It has been almost 5 years since I've had my nose job at 17 years old, and I'm gonna talk about my experience. Was it worth it? What was recovery like? How much did it cost? All that good stuff. And I'm also gonna show pictures throughout, but all my pictures on my laptop, so bear with me on that. I got my nose job the same time I got my deviated septum surgery, which is called a septoplasty, and a nose job is called a rhinoplasty. I went in for my deviated septum. It was severely deviated. I could only breathe in 70% of the air compared to 100% of the air. This is because when I was younger, my brother hit me in the nose on accident with a baseball bat, and you could literally see my septum was like diagonal. So I've been a mouth breather my whole life, yada yada, all this stuff, but my septum was so bad that that was entirely covered by insurance. And then since I was already under anesthesia for that surgery, the rhinoplasty was cheaper if I just did them at the same time. Here is a picture of what my nose looked like before. It wasn't too bad, but when I went in, the doctors told me I had a dorsal hump. So just anyway, you'll see, but here's the picture. This is also before I had double jaw surgery, so hence the lack of chin and cheekbones. But that is my nose before my nose job. You can see the dorsal hump. There's just no slope whatsoever. And yeah, there's not really like a bump. It just is kind of like that. I don't know if you knew this, but sometimes people say double jaw surgery like gives you a nose job on its own. So this is what my nose looked like right after jaw surgery. This is me like a week post-op jaw surgery. You can already see like it kind of like changes your nose somehow, but that's my nose after jaw surgery. Don't mind the scary photo from Halloween. I have like no pictures on my laptop right now, but from the front, it didn't change too much. It was mostly the side. So again, here I am before surgery. Again, this is for Halloween, but the front, you can see there's not too big of a difference. I had a relatively minor septoplasty or rhinoplasty. All they did was shave the cartilage off. Some people, when they go in, they narrow their bridge, widen their bridge, lift the tip, mess with the nostrils, stuff like that. But all they did in my case was shave the cartilage, so it wasn't too major. Here I am being wheeled out of my nose surgery. It really wasn't that bad compared to double jaw surgery, but yeah, you have like the gauze underneath and then the splint. My black eyes never got too bad. Some people get really bad black eyes. I just got some like yellowing kind of bruising. But your nose is like constantly leaking, so you always have to switch out the gauze underneath. Piece of cake compared to double jaw surgery, but the biggest thing is like I always felt the urge to sneeze. Oh, that killed me. And you can't sneeze at all. Like you have the freaking splints in your nose, and also you can't like taste foods very well because if your sense of smell is taken away, you can't like taste. 6 days after surgery, I went in and they took the splints out. The splints were like thinner than a credit card, pieces of plastic up on each nostril to like keep the new septum and stuff in place. And this is a trigger warning. If you get grossed out by this stuff, I'll show the video of the splint being removed. Hopefully TikTok doesn't take this down, but this is the splint being removed. You can see that my cast is now off and there's my new nose. Oh, okay. There it is. So that whole thing, there's one in each side. Like I said, it's really not that bad. Like that process, they just pull it right out and boom, you're good to go. And here is my nose after. The biggest difference is there's just like a slope now. But yeah, that's how my nose looks after. Not that big of a difference from the front or anything, but I think it was so worth it. And the recovery is not bad at all in my opinion.